All right, two last things.
Okay.
Put your kids to bed, and if you are a kid,
X-rated?
fall asleep now. Playboy magazine.
Ooh.
I warned you. Evidently, to this day, features gremlins in their magazine.
Really?
Not just any old gremlins.
Sexy ones?
Femlins.
Oh my god.
They are teeny tiny nude pixie ladies.
Okay. What do you mean?
There's a lot of
they're
they
every
sell
month?
A lot of statuettes of them too.
Every month there are femlins?
I don't know if it's literally every month. I've never read,
where do they
read
appear?
Playboy. I think that I
Are
don't
they
know.
in the corner of a centerfold being like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
What
I
do
just
they
know that you
look
can
like?
look up femlins. They look like little nude ladies.
But-
they're not very like defined. They look like mannequins.
Well, what about them as gremlin like?
They're small. It kind of harkens back to the WW2 idea of gremlins, where it's just kind of like little people.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Weird.
A very strange thing to just be like, you don't have a sense of scale. They may as well just be like little nude ladies.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. You don't have to point out that they're like mythical creatures.
That's really strange.
It's really weird. It's
Yeah.
also weird to just be like, this is a sexy version of that monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's been crying out for a sexy gremlin?
I know, it's strange.
Is that what you're crying for?
Yeah, Crumbs, you want a gremlin?
You want a gremlin?
I can get you a gremlin. And then the last thing, obviously, is the Gremlin movies.
Yes.
The very, very famous Gremlin movies.
Yep.
Steven Spielberg.
They're by Steven Spielberg?
They are.
Huh.
And they are said to be based on the lore of Gremlins, but they follow completely different rules.
Yeah.
The only thing that seems to remain is that they are sabotaging stuff.
Okay.
Which,
I do get the vibe that they're up to no good.
Right.
But lovable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like to do
And there's
all
that
that
sexy lipstick one.
Yeah, I think that's in the second one, Gremlins, the new batch.
Oh, okay.
Where it turns out that their biology is unstable, so you can splice in other DNA, and all of a sudden you have gremlins that are electric. You have gremlins that are spiders. You have gremlins that are...
Oh, man, that sounds like trouble.
It's bizarre. Gremlins, the new batch, is like a madcap comedy. Gremlins 1 is supposed to be sort of like darkly comedic.
I kind of, even though they have nothing to do with each other, I think that they're from around the same time-ish. I link Gremlins and Cocoon in my mind a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I think I may be wrong about this. I believe Gremlins and Ghostbusters came out on the same day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like a blockbuster weekend.
That sounds kind of right. Yeah.
So Gremlins the movie, they invent the concept of Mogwais, which is where we get Gizmo,
Yeah.
that little guy.
They invent that totally?
Yeah, doesn't exist in any other prior Gremlin,
Oh, I kind of thought that
mythology.
was maybe not even having to do with Gremlins, but I thought that Mogwai was some sort of thing.
No, maybe that's a story for another day, but to my knowledge,
No, you're probably right. Yeah.
And so you can't feed them after midnight. You can't get them wet.
Yes.
And they quickly find out what happens if you do those things.
They multiply or something?
He creates gremlins.
Okay.
The gremlins that we are all familiar with
Yeah.
the sort of reptilian skin, the big bat ears, the disgusting expressive humanoid faces.
Yeah, they are gross.
Yeah, they're very gross.
Yeah.
Gremlins I've seen a million times as a kid.
Yeah.
As like, man, probably not past the age of 12 really.
Wonder where I was.
And always interesting, like
Yeah.
from a just fascinated by it, because it was just like they have puppets hanging all over the place. It's just their movies are insane, but also they're disgusting.
Yeah.
They have like eggs that pulsate, and
Ew.
they the puppets are obviously made out of some sort of like rubber material, and frequently they're soaking wet and
Ew.
dripping with goo. It's gross.
I
They're
don't
just
need that.
gross.
Yeah.
Frankly, I want to rewatch them. Now I'm in a really
Well, now you're in a
mood.
gremlin mood. Yeah.
I am. And then, Gremlins, the new batch, they kind of dropped the horror angle at all and just went big and insane with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's hundreds of gremlins all over that movie.
Yeah.
Cackling and laughing and turning each other into other kinds of monsters.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fascinating. The idea that
Fascinating
it's
character study.
well, because they're already weird little monsters,
Yeah.
but then they're in this laboratory, and so they're seeing DNA for leopards and spider DNA and injecting it into each other to turn themselves into different kinds of it's like totally
Sounds insane.
It's like complete anarchy, insanity.
Yeah.
They're kind of self-destructive in a weird way.
Why do they have access to this?
Because the second movie just wants to do whatever it wants to do. It takes place in one skyscraper that is a big movie studio and has its own lab. in there for some reason. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
And so Gremlins can read?
I guess, yeah, I guess Gremlins are in there. You get Smarty Gremlin or something. I don't know their names. But he becomes very sort of like posh.
Oh, that sounds good.
Knows how to read, and he thinks that they're all insane.
That sounds great.
And if I remember it correctly, I think he is like, but I do want to devour your skin, old boy.
Oh my God.
Like, I think he does say, like, monster stuff, too.
I kind of want to see that.
Just in that voice. Yeah, I really want to rewatch them all of a sudden. And people have been trying to get a third movie made forever. Seems like it's not happening.
Yeah.
They threw Gremlins into Lego Batman, though. They're like...
I don't remember.
Yeah, they're all over the place in Lego Batman.
Gremlins must be some sort of weird blank spot for me.
People love Gremlins. They love them. It's a beloved franchise. It's like
It's so strange that you like watched that all the time when you were a kid. I never saw it.
Yeah.
And that I don't remember them in Lego Batman.
I don't know. Maybe you got your memory erased.
Maybe they got Eternal Sunshine out of my life.
But also very coincidentally, just in the past week, a fan film, a short fan film was put online. If everybody Googles this, look this up on, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but Google it.
Yeah.
It's called Gremlins Recall. And this popped up all over my dork feed.
Yeah.
Because I follow a ton of movie blogs, nerd blogs.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. It's independent filmmakers. They made a short film about Gremlins taking over sort of a small diner. And the thing about it that's pretty remarkable is that they used actual like puppetry. They didn't just like CGI them or anything. It looks very professional, and I'd have to imagine that these filmmakers are going to get all other work off of producing something of this quality.
Good for them. That's
it's
awesome.
Very impressive.
That's awesome.
So that's Gremlins Recall. Look it up. And that is the story of the Gremlin.
The Gremlin.
So if you're flying your planes, be careful.
Yeah, just look out for little blue guys.
Yeah. Just try to take care of yourselves up there.
Will you?
Would you please? Children, you can all wake up now. I should have said that.
Can they?
I should have said that earlier.
Actually, it is the perfect time for children to wake up.
Children, wake up now.